Okay, welcome back to Starfield Mods, where we look at the newest mods released each week and share the best ones with you. Today is episode 6 and we have a pretty well-balanced mix of mods this week. Weapon and spacesuit replacers, quality of life mods, another StarUI mod, a Ghostbusters mod, new follower mod, and of course a splash of lace for those of us who enjoy a feminine main character. Buckle up, coconuts, the mods keep getting better and better. Let's start with some replacers. Vigo the Carpathian is a hilarious portrait reskin for the Lodge, bringing the main spectral villain of Ghostbusters 2 into Starfield. Fortunately for us, it really is just a painting this time and shouldn't attempt to come back to life yet. Who knows what kind of crazy mods we'll see in the future. Toggle quest markers is a nice little mod that lets the quest marker be part of the scanner HUD, letting you only see it when you're actively looking for it, just like scanning for resources itself. I found myself kind of enjoying this implementation where I open up the scanner and then I'm looking around for the quest marker. It's actually kind of fun this way. This way, you don't have to go through all of your menus to turn it off if you want to take a screenshot and then turn it back on again when you're done. You can simply have it off all the time and then bring it up when you bring the scanner up. It's a pretty genius solution in my opinion, but just a note though, when I first installed the mod and selected a quest marker, it appeared like normal, but started toggling on and off with the scanner once I brought it up for the first time. StarUI has once again made the UI of our dreams, but this time we have several different options to choose from. The option you're looking at here is called the Hoarder. I just like that you can see all of the options, and the image, which is pretty unnecessary, takes up less space. There's not much else to say about it since this is an easy install if you happen to have the other StarUI mods. Now the Blastech IB-94 is a weapon reskin for the Rattler with sound effects created by another modder in conjunction with this author. It works well enough and will go really well if you're installing any of the Mandalorian spacesuit reskins. I really like pistols, so I installed this mod. However, there are quite a few weapon reskins like this for rifles as well that all replace the audio as well as include workbench modifications that will let you improve the weapon just like every other weapon in the game. It's very well done, and once again, it makes me look forward to what weapon mods will look like in the future. I personally hope that we see many more cyberpunk weapons reach Starfield. Now, you may be wondering why the robot is following me around in these combat clips. Well, Dogmetal Robotic K9 Companion is the mod that makes this possible. It simply creates a version of the security robot that the player can take control of and turn into a follower. The mod creates the security robot, and a series of console commands will make it a permanent companion. It doesn't have any functionality other than attacking your enemies, but I'm sure we'll see more options and abilities get updated once the mod author gets a hold of the creation kit. It is pretty interesting though. In my higher level gameplay and high damage adjustments, this thing doesn't seem capable of dying. When I can get one shot by some of these enemies I'm facing, it'll happily take several shots. I'm sure this will get adjusted into the future as well, so I'm putting it on my watch list for future updates. And another mod that I'm going to be keeping a very close eye on is Call Your Ship. What this mod does is it initiates the launch sequence of your ship wherever it is, and then lands the ship at your current location. From what I can tell, the mod uses the pilot seat in the ship to gauge or to align itself with where the player is and where it's going to land. So while you can control where it's going to land, we don't actually have any control over what direction it's going to be facing, or if there's some kind of trick to it. I haven't figured it out yet. I'll be playing with it off and on as I go about my business and stuff, but it's pretty interesting. It's pretty fun. This is a wonderfully immersive mod, since it makes sense that your crew that's on the ship would have the capability of coming to pick you up instead of having to traverse the entire way back while you're over encumbered. Fast travel is still an option if you can, but I think I'll be using this mod more than fast travel. Now I should also note, this mod was designed to be used with a hotkey mod, but I haven't gotten it to work yet, so for now I'm just using the console command and it works just fine. When the creation kit comes out, I'm sure we're going to see a variation of this mod that will let the players have a bit more control over the landing locations, as well as an easier method of initiating the launch, and I'm very excited to see where it goes next. Maybe we'll get a vehicle system like we see in Cyberpunk, where we could swap between vehicles or spaceships on the fly and have each new one show up where we're at. Now, the gray Mercenary retexture is just a simple recolor. This is what the Mercenary outfit looks like before the mod, and here's what it looks like after. I very much like the recolor since the original is much less menacing. There's a different version of this reskin with the Jolly Roger skull and crossbones on the shoulders, but I felt like it was out of place on this character since I wiped out the Crimson Fleet. But of course, options are great and you can use whichever one you like best. And speaking of options, Starborn Science New Game Plus Alternative is a very interesting option. What this does is it makes all of the Starborn stuff available through the research and crafting systems in the game. Which in a way makes sense since you can research the artifacts to unlock their secrets. At least that's what they've been doing in the lore of the game, right? For now, all that's required for this research is a monetary investment of hundreds of thousands of credits, but I'm sure those will be changed and adjusted in the future. It'll feel really good to go out and search for stuff in order to get this futuristic and advanced gear on your side. This mod also allows Starborn ships to be stolen, but so far I haven't been able to pull that off, so I'm not sure about it right now. But most of my money goes into ships, so hopefully we'll have to hunt down some other materials more than just credits in order to unlock the higher grade gear, ships, and powers of the Starborn. And finally, of course, for the thirsty Starborn, we have lace underwear replacement. Just like our themed underwear set in an earlier mod, this mod replaces the standard underwear with several options of lacy underwear, from the classic white or black to pink and blue. But for those looking for something more steamy, there's the black bodysuit that doesn't leave much to the imagination. The vanilla Starfield body doesn't do these lacy bits justice, but it's only a matter of time until the bodies are replaced with something curvier. But in the meantime, those are the most interesting new mods released this week. Let me know what you thought of them in the comments below and which ones you're most interested in installing yourselves. As usual, like the video if you liked the video, dislike it if you disliked it, and until next time, I'm Space Coconut, and you're welcome.